You know, I can actually see how Vince Vaughn's pitch for this movie happened because he did the story and half of the screenplay for this movie. It was probably like this. Hey guys, look, so I want to make a movie about Google. We'll get Google in every shot. We'll say Google in every scene. We'll pay for every single thing in the movie. We only have to have a production budget. We can just do it all ourselves. Google will pay for all of our money because all we have to do is say, hey, we want to make a movie all about you. We want to make you guys look great. We want to make your industry look great. We want to make everything about you look great. So you can make us look great by giving us a lot of money. And we'll do everything ourselves, right? Big product placement movie. Just Google in every single shot. How about that? Is that cool? Is that cool with you guys? Oh, we gotta get Owen Wilson too, because he's my buddy. The Internship is directed by Shawn Levy and stars Vince Vaughn, Owen Wilson, and Rose Byrne. This movie is about two guys, they're salesmen, and Vince Vaughn comes up with this idea, hey, let's try to be interns at Google and try to get a job there, because they're having this big competition for interns right now, and whoever wins this competition gets a job at Google. So then they go off to California, they're at Google Industries, and they have this giant face-off against these other teams of interns. And these tech-savvy kids that are now on their team have to teach Owen Wilson and Vince Vaughn about code and the internet and Google and everything. And Vaughn and Wilson have to teach these kids how to be a team and how to be people persons and how to be likable and how to talk to other people and sell themselves, basically. So they come together and be a team, and hijinks and heartwarming scenes ensue. When I look at the plot synopsis for this movie, I see a possibility for a really great comedy in there. Unfortunately, the filmmakers and the writers decide to take it in the most cliched way they possibly could. Vince Vaughn and Owen Wilson both play two really likable characters. I enjoyed their characters in this movie. They were funny at times, and they weren't annoying as I was afraid they were going to be. Vince Vaughn can sometimes be annoying in his comedies because he continuously does this fast-talking thing, I'm the talker. But that kind of worked for his character since he plays a salesman. For once, they actually gave him a role that seemed to fit his style. And Owen Wilson is likable. You can't really look at Owen Wilson and hate the guy. You can kind of see how the meeting came together before they made this movie. Vince Vaughn was talking to Owen Wilson. It probably went something like this. Hey man, do you want to be in a comedy with me? Yeah, it's about Google, and they're gonna pay for like every single thing in this movie because they're gonna be Google in every single shot. We're gonna say Google in every single scene, and it's all gonna be about Google, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. We can be like these interns. It's gonna be a lot of fun. What do you think? Yeah, man, I don't really have anything going on right now because Zoolander 2 isn't really working out. So these two likable guys come together, and they're fun and enjoyable to watch, and you don't hate them. Unfortunately, the structure behind this movie fits the bill of the most cliched comedy structure you could think of. There's of course the big evil bully intern who really wants the job for himself, who comes in and out of every scene with a giant posse following him of hot people, and this guy isn't cool. You're not supposed to like this guy. He's the guy from Social Network, which is funny because in Social Network he also played a guy who was competing for a bit of internet glory, which is funny to me that he would do the same thing in The Internship. Typecast. You got Rose Byrne playing the cute girl that already works for Google, and Owen Wilson starting to lust after her, and they start a thing together. You got the big heartwarming scene where everyone becomes a family and everyone wants to work together and everything, and I'm not going to spoil what happens in the last 30 minutes, but every single thing that you could possibly think of that would happen in a movie like this does happen within the last 30 minutes of the movie. It's not a horrible movie, it's a perfectly watchable movie, it just has no surprises at all. The best way that I can describe The Internship is to say, like, let's say you were having a family barbecue, and you had a whole bunch of people over, and you guys were going to have food, and you were going to have drinks. The Internship would be like the perfect movie to have on the television in the background. No one's really paying attention to it. If anyone stops and looks at it, they'd be like, oh, that's a pleasant movie. Yeah, those are two nice guys. Alright, back to my hot dog. It would set a nice, heartwarming tone for your party. Anyone who paid attention to it for like 2 seconds would be like, oh, that's a nice little movie, okay, alright. But anyone who actually sat down and watched it would be like, wow, this is a pretty cliched movie. It's, you know, it is what it is. But no one would be doing that because they'd all be enjoying your barbecue. See? It's the perfect barbecue movie to just have on in the background. I guess that's kind of a really bad insult. Your movie's perfect to just kind of have on there and not really pay attention to. Like I said, it's a watchable movie with two likable leads, but it's the most cliched story structure you have available, and it's not really funny, but it has some fun moments to it as well. But it's just so easy to predict where each scene is going, so I'm going to give The Internship a C+. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmannized.